Hi, this is the second episode concerning this Alpha Mac computer. I have done the complete reverse engineering of the board. We can see on the screen the block diagram of this computer. On the left here, there are the two sensors which are on this assembly. One sensor is used for the static pressure and the second one for the dynamic pressure. The static pressure is here and the dynamic pressure is here. The dynamic pressure is the difference between the pressure inside the pitot tube and the static pressure. So the static pressure is common between these two sensors. Now we can see that mechanically the static port is here, and we can see that it is in the middle of these two sensors. The output voltages are fed to an ADC. This is a 9-bit ADC. You will see the schematics later. This ADC is present on that board. It is roughly half of that board. The dynamic pressure is fed to the input of the ADC, and the static pressure is the reference of the ADC actually. Therefore, the output of the ADC is a ratio between the dynamic pressure and the static pressure. This ratio is close to the Mach number. There is a function which should be applied to this ratio in order to have the Mach number. This ratio is available on 9 bits data here, and this 9 bits data is fed to 3 identical boards. We can see one board here. This board contains one prom which permits to have a function. The addresses correspond to the 9 bits data here, and we have an output of 10 bits which is fed to a DAC. You can see the DAC here. We need 2 proms for that, so one prom is used to generate 8 bits and the second one only 2 bits. One board has 2 tables. These 2 tables are selected depending on the output of the comparator here. This is this board. We can see one additional prom here. You can see that this prom doesn't exist on the 2 other boards. The output of the prom corresponds to a modified Mach number. This Mach number is fed to a DAC. At the output of the DAC, we have something which is a function of the ratio of the dynamic pressure over the static pressure. This is probably close to the Mach number and another function probably. And this value is compared to another value which is common to the 3 comparators here. And the output of each comparator permits to activate a relay, and the contacts of each relay are the output of that computer. The common threshold here is the output of an analog computing here. The 2 input voltages are multiplied, and the output is added to a part of the first voltage present on that pin B here, and this gives the threshold of the 3 comparators. So I think that one input corresponds to the angle of attack. So I think that the 3 outputs permit to drive the leading edge slats, but I am not sure. On that page we have the ADC. We have in the middle here a 10 bits DAC. The input of the ADC is here. This point is a virtual ground. The goal of this ADC is to have a particular digital value at the input of the DAC here, in order to have the same current flowing through this resistor and the input current here. The output voltage is negative here, okay, the input voltage is positive. So there is an error current which flows through this resistor, 215 kilo ohms. The goal is to have an error voltage at the output of this amplifier, which is below 1 LSB of the DAC here. The error voltage is compared to 2 threshold voltages. One is positive, the second one is null, but the input voltage is shifted a little bit to the positive side using this resistor. When the error voltage is above this threshold, there will be a pulse at the output here. The signal is fed to the down counting of the counters which are connected to the data of the DAC, so the output voltage will decrease a little bit. If the error voltage is below 0 here, therefore there will be an up counting. So the voltage at the output will increase, and this process will stop until the error voltage is between these 2 thresholds here. In that case, the code at the input of the DAC is proportional to the input voltage and inversely proportional to the reference voltage here. So the result is proportional to the ratio between the dynamic pressure, which is the input, and the reference voltage, which is actually the static pressure. And we can see that there is also a kind of limiter. So for a given code, there is a pulse here, and this pulse permits to load the inputs of the counters here. The second schematic corresponds to that board. Okay, we can see the proms here. The input is here. This is a 9 bits input. The output of the proms, this is a 10 bits bus fed to the DAC. So the current output of the DAC is fed to this op-amp. So there is a feedback inside it, or resistor, which permits to translate the current into a voltage. The voltage is negative at that point. This voltage is compared to a threshold, which is applied on one pin of that board, 52, and the output of the comparator is fed to this transistor, which permits to drive the relay here. Okay, so this is this relay here. Okay, the comparator is here. This is the transistor, which permits to drive the relay. This one here. We can see the selection here, which permits to select between the two functions. So we can see that there is a selection signal. Actually, the selection signal is the output here of the comparator. So depending on the state of the output of the comparator, one prom is activated, and the second one, of course, is deactivated. And you can see that on the third prom, only 2 bits are used. 2 bits are used for the first table, and the second one for the second table. So the selection is performed using this 2-to-1 multiplexer, 157. The selection is performed by the same signal cell here. The last schematic corresponds to this circuit here, which permits to set the threshold of these 3 comparators. So we can see this circuit here. The output is here. This output is fed to the 3 comparators. We have 2 inputs, one here and the second one here. We can see in the middle the multiplier. This is the AD532. We can see the multiplier. This is this part here. One input corresponds to the signal applied to pin B of the connector. You can see that there is a diode, so the voltage at pin B should be negative. And the second input comes from this amplifier. So you can see that there is another diode, so the input here should be positive. So there is a filtering capacitor, so maybe this signal is the angle of attack, but I am not sure. The output of the multiplier is fed to this amplifier. This is a virtual ground. You can see that there is a small integrator here for stability. The output voltage is converted into a current. And there is another current which is given by this resistor and this voltage here. This corresponds to this block here. The factor K corresponds to the ratio actually between this resistor of 2 meg and this one of 200K. There is a voltage limiter of the input here. That's all for the description of the schematics.